What is going on, guys? It's Dwarf here. Welcome back to another video. So it looks like we've got more of a treat rather than a trick this Halloween from LightningMods, who has just dropped a version of the PS4 Homebrew Store designed to run on the PS5, and it's only got PS5 compatible homebrew apps in there. Now, there isn't really any homebrew apps in particular that are particularly useful right now, so it's mostly just homebrew games. However, this is good for the future because any new homebrew apps that release will be able to download them directly to the PS5 with this Homebrew Store app. So if you want to give this a try, all you need to do is head on over to pkg-zone.com, which is like the web-based version of the Homebrew Store. This is also handy just for downloading packages so that you can install them with the USB. But if you want to grab the Homebrew Store, you just head up to Homebrew Store here, download HB Store R2. If we select this option, we now have a PS5 version that we can select. So we click that and it downloads the package. So once it's downloaded, you just want to copy it over to a USB drive right here. And then from here, all we need to do is eject that USB drive and plug it into the PS5. Make sure the USB drive, by the way, is formatted in either exFAT or FAT32 format so that the PS5 can detect it. Okay, and then on the PS5, of course, we need to run our exploit host first. So we're going to head on to the internet browser, go to es7in1.site. So Echo Stretch is 7-in-1 host. We can head over to PS5, and then from here we have access to all of our hosts. So I'm just going to use the IdleSauce host as usual, but Zeko's host and most of the other hosts are pretty similar. So we're going to select the jailbreak option and let it exploit the system. And then once that's loaded up, we can select the payload, which is going to be the etaHEN payload. In order for these homebrew apps to work, you must run the etaHEN payload rather than the PS5K stuff payload, which is included in etaHEN anyway. So run the etaHEN payload and also make sure it's not the one that says with cheats, because the one with cheats is not compatible with homebrew apps. It creates a conflict. That's why we have these two different versions in the first place. The one without cheats is specifically so that you can run homebrew apps like the Homebrew Store and Items Flow. So make sure you select the one without cheats. So from there, we can then head on over to our settings and go down to our debug settings, game package installer, and install the Homebrew Store. And there we go, ready to play. You can see it shows up here. So it is a PS4 app, but the etaHEN payload should kind of jailbreak the app to give it more functionality. So if we go ahead and run it, I'll tell it to update later. And there we go. You should get this message if it's loading successfully saying the app has been granted a jailbreak. And that is the etaHEN working with the Homebrew app to jailbreak it. So once that's done, we can click OK, and we have the Homebrew Store loading up just fine here. So everything seems to be working just as it is on the PS4 when you first start it up. So it has to load all the images and config file and get all that set up. But as you can see, Homebrew Store is now working. So once we get things loaded up, if we head into store groups, we really only have homebrew games available right now. 42 homebrew games. All the other categories are at 0, apart from utilities, which are basically just test apps. So that's all we have at the moment, are homebrew games. So if we head into the homebrew games section, we can select something like Lappy's River Raid and try and download and install that. So 80 megabytes, it'll take a little while here. We'll skip through it with the magic of video editing, and once it's installed, it shows up that we can actually play it. I can just launch it directly from in here as well. I don't actually have to exit. I can just launch it directly and it's up and running. So that's essentially the Homebrew Store. It works just as it does on the PS4, now available on the PS5, although we don't have any useful homebrew apps really yet, just some games that we can play around with. But hopefully when new homebrew apps come out, they'll be available in the Homebrew Store, and it will just be convenient if you already have this set up and installed. You'll be able to download and install any new homebrew apps that get added in the future directly to the PS5 without having to worry about copying it to a USB drive and downloading it on the computer. No longer necessary. So awesome stuff there from LightningMods, a good Halloween treat. So hope you guys enjoyed this video or found the information useful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And once again, I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one.